Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Cheryl Underwood, and you're tuned into the hottest news station on the planet, Hot 702.5.
Yo, it's Tavon Greatness Patterson. Want to listen to Hot 702.5 on the go? Download the Hot 702.5 app on the Apple Store or Google Play Store if you got an Android like me.
Let's get it.
Hi. Hey.
What's up? All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
Jones, hey, Greg Deville was at it, man, hey. If you want the real, holla at Greg Deville, he'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Greg Deville, he'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in, we here to help. Now tune in, we here to help. You wanna be a broker, you wanna be broke. You wanna be the joker, you wanna be the joker. You gotta bring more to the table than your hope, dreams and wishing. I can feed you fish or I can take you out fishing. I can show you the vision, addition and division, mathematic equation. Make the money flip like an acrobatic, amazing. Greg Deville help you build the foundation. I'm saying, if you want the real, holla at Greg Deville, he'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Greg Deville, he'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in, we here to help. Now tune in, we here to help.
And we trade also. So if you don't have a home, we want to help you get into one. Is that all right? Let me give you my number, 702-349-0162. Greg Deville, Deville Realty Group, broker and owner of Deville Realty Group, along with my lovely wife, the Queen, Marquetta Deville. That's right. We love what we do, and we're doing what we love, and that's help the community create wealth through equity. Today we have some special guests that we want to talk to, and we were out at an event yesterday for Girl Scouts of America, and I was able to run into these two lovely ladies who are doing a phenomenal part in the community with the Miss Juneteenth Nevada. It's so exciting to have them with us on this afternoon, and we just want to talk about what's upcoming. And so let me introduce to some and present to others. It's Eddie Niel and Marquis Monday. You welcome, ladies. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank
you so much.
Exciting. So look, I want you all to take a few moments and to explain what's upcoming that we can have the community help you get done. How can we help? What can we do?
I'd like to start with Eddie Niel is our representative here in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the state of Nevada as Miss Juneteenth. And
Wonderful.
We're getting ready to send her off to nationals in October. So sponsorships and things to help her get there. She could use sponsorships for her ad book. So your company and your business can be featured in New Orleans as well as here in Nevada.
Okay. Now, so as we talk about sponsorship, can you give us the website information? How can we get more information? Can we contact you directly? Their website, some people only want to do things on a website, right? They don't. Absolutely. But then some of us are old school. We like pick up a phone and I need to know, and so give us some more information on how we can get involved in the sponsorship.
Okay. Well, Miss Juneteenth Nevada is a subsidiary under juneteenthnevada.org. So
Okay.
you can go to that website, juneteenthnevada.org, and there is a page where you can actually get the information to send sponsorship. If you want to directly go to missjuneteenthnevada.org, you can go to that website as well, and
Okay.
you can donate there. So we do have PayPal, we do accept bank drafts, your checks, you can mail it to us. Cash is always good. We'll take it all.
Okay. Wonderful. Now we want to hear from Eddie Niel. We want to talk to you and let you share some things. And how is this experience working for you? How exciting is it?
It's super, super exciting, and it's an amazing opportunity for me to be a leader in my community.
Wonderful. Now tell us, how old are you?
I'm 18 years old, and I just graduated from Las Vegas Academy of the Performing Arts as a dance major.
And you're headed to a dance major. Now tell me, what is your goal to become in life? What are you aiming for?
So the funny thing is, I'll be attending Clark Atlanta University in the
Clark
spring
Atlanta? Yes.
to study mass media arts, so emphasis in radio and broadcasting.
Oh, look at you. She's a natural. We have to get you back here again because this is what you want to do anyway, right? So we love it. We love it. And so when do you plan to start? When does the semester start for you at Clark?
So I took the semester to save up, to find scholarships and look for more money. My mom didn't want me to take out any loans.
Okay.
At least not my first year. And
Okay.
I will be starting in January.
January. Okay. So are you familiar with Rhea Watson?
Rhea Watson,
Scholarship Solutions?
Scholarship Solutions? I don't think so.
Okay. All right. So that's what the contact's going to be for today. So we'll see how about getting you scholarships to help get this underway, right? Rhea Watson is the scholarship doctor. Our daughter just graduated Jackson State University, Mississippi there, and just graduated this past April, is working in Denver, Colorado, got her degree in business. And so we want to do what we can to help. But in the meantime, we want to continue to work with the Juneteenth opportunity of the pageant that's coming up. So how exciting is that for you? I understand you're going to be going to Louisiana.
I'm super, super, super excited.
Okay, that's three excited. Okay, gotcha. I love it. I love it. Wonderful. I know I ran into you all at the Martin Luther King event that was just a few weeks ago, and running to you there. I didn't get to speak with you all, but yesterday running to you at the Girl Scouts of America posed the opportunity. Let's talk today about what's going on. It's very important that our listeners know how we can help, right? Because people don't mind helping. They just didn't know you needed help. And so we understand by giving a platform to talk about what else we can do. Now, Marquis, tell me, how long have you been working with the Miss Juneteenth pageants?
It's been just a little over a year. We're coming up on 2 years. Last year, I had the opportunity to go to Galveston, Texas with the National. Right. And so here in Nevada, it's Deborah Evans, who is the president of Juneteenth Nevada.
Okay.
And so I have been working under her wing, and now we're working diligently on bringing Miss Juneteenth Nevada to the forefront so we can have our queens each year go and bring that national title back here.
So the title is held for 1 year. Am I saying that correctly? It's a 1 year title.
That's correct. Yes.
When did you receive the title, Eddie? When did you receive the title?
I received the title of Miss Juneteenth in June.
June. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it goes to next June, and then next June there'll be a new inductee as Miss Juneteenth. Now, so while she's there, what is expected of someone in this position? What is expected of them?
Go ahead, Eddie.
In my position, it's expected for you to be a leader. I feel like this role also, I've learned a lot in regards of public speaking and finding myself. And then again, being a mentor to other girls in my community. I feel like that's a really big aspect in being Miss Juneteenth Nevada.
Okay. Give me an example of the example you're being. Tell me what exactly that you're doing in regards to being an example.
So I volunteer at many places, often at the women's clinic. Usually sometimes I get asked to do appearances at certain places, and it's just warms my heart to see little girls or even girls my age just in admiration or saying I want to be Miss Juneteenth one day or I want to accomplish the goals and certain things that I have.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, when we want to, is it something every month that's expected of Miss Juneteenth? Is it every month that something is expected of you to accomplish in this 1 year tenure that you have?
Well, as we've been building the program here in Nevada, we have been adding more events for Eddie and as well in the community, because a large part of her being an advocate for Juneteenth is as an ambassador for Juneteenth, the education behind Juneteenth. So as she talks about going into the community and speaking to these young ladies, she's also sharing with them our Juneteenth history.
Yes.
And as we know, we live in Las Vegas, so there are events consistently and constantly going on. And so, yes, there is a monthly obligation that she has, but we are saturated here in Las Vegas.
Wonderful, wonderful. How else can we help when we're talking about this event that's coming up in New Orleans? What is it, October? Yes. This one, I have this for the West Las Vegas Theater. This pageant here. When is this coming up?
So our pageant in Las Vegas it will be in June next year.
Okay.
The national is in October from the 19th to the 21st in Louisiana.
Okay.
So right now we do monthly gatherings for Miss Juneteenth, not only for Eddie to go out into the community, but also for us to recruit other young ladies so that they are aware that this program actually does exist.
Right. So when do you start recruiting for the next year? I know she's got her assignments, and how does that work?
Now, as soon as she takes the title, we are ready to start recruiting because she needs to pass her title on. Okay,
it's like a baton. You're passing that on. So in the meantime, how are you enjoying all the attention, Eddie? How are you enjoying this? Is this, tell us, how does this feel?
Well, I've, as you know, I graduated from a performing arts school. I've always been surrounded by the performing arts and the arts. Yes. I'm a ballet dancer. I had a scholarship with Nevada Ballet there, performing the Nutcracker in certain shows throughout the city, being Sarabi. So I've been comfortable with, I guess, the limelight, you could say, and I've been able to adapt to certain situations. So I think it's just really cool. Okay.
Now, because I didn't want it to really be an interview. I really want it to be like freestyle. Just, give me what's on your heart. If I was to give you a mic right now, what exactly do you want to share?
I want to share that I actually got asked this earlier. I feel like it's very important for us as women and girls growing up to find your sense of self and confidence. Whether you have it at first or you have to find it, I feel like it's important to at least fake that confidence, so that you know what's to come and you can find yourself and be who you are and be comfortable within your skin.
Do you have days that you just don't want to go out and do you get those days? How do you handle those days when you just like, I don't feel like it, but what do you do?
I feel like it is okay to take a healthy break. It's very important that you don't burn both ends of the candle or you don't stress yourself out too much. And it's okay to say no sometimes, but I feel like just keep pushing through. Once you take that break, you have to understand that there's a goal. You have to have goals and you have to have desire to accomplish them.
To date, what is the funnest or the best experience having had this title as of to date? Mm-hmm. Which one is the one that you really just hangs over your head? It's admirable.
Well, my favorite experience is when I got crowned.
Okay. Good answer.
That was just really, I was super excited. And that day was Juneteenth. So I had, afterwards, I went to the World Trade Center. I had like a bunch of events afterwards. Okay. And I'm also a business owner. My sister, she started her own business at 10. And my family, we have our own business. So my mom wasn't able to be backstage with me, which is what I'm used to with like other shows. I'm used to her doing my makeup and all that stuff. So it was like, I guess, a coming of age kind of thing where I got myself ready and then I was crowned and then I got to see my mom and my family and take pictures with other little girls. So that was my favorite part. Okay.
Now what's this business I hear you have? What's this sidebar?
So my sister, she started her business during the pandemic at the age of 10. She's
Okay.
13 now. So we've been in business for 3 years.
Okay.
But she sells cosmetics, handmade cosmetics. Originally, she started with resin pieces, just something to do during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And we had so much inventory and so much product. We were like, what are we going to do with it? So she decided to make care packages and give it to little girls within our community.
Okay.
And it was like soaps just like during COVID to encourage kids to wash their hands and not be scared of what's going on. So we sent them care packages, and then people were like, why are you not selling this? This product is good. So then we started our own business.
Okay. Okay. And is there a website that we can look to get some care packages? Where's that at? Where do we need to go? Share
So
that with the community.
her business is called Little Miss Sparkle,
Okay,
LLC.
Little Miss Sparkle.
So you can type that in. It should be the first one that pops up on Google, Little Miss Sparkle, as
Okay.
well as on Instagram. It's also little miss.sparkle. And then on my Instagram page too, I do promote a lot of our products that we have, and my
Okay.
Instagram is officially.eddie.
Okay. Okay. So this product now, you guys are having to continue to get more product to keep it going and to keep it moving. How's that coming along? Are you getting the business that you dreamed of about so far?
Yes, we are. I actually was just speaking with my mom that I wanted to branch off and kind of start my own thing.
Oh, okay.
So we make soaps. We do inventory in regards of self-empowering t-shirts, so Black Power t-shirts,
Oh,
Martin Luther King t-shirts, and certain things like that. It's just self-care, upkeep, and then making you feel comfortable in your skin.
T-shirts too, huh? Okay, now that's a
We
big
do a
business,
bit of
believe it.
everything.
Yeah, the T-shirt is really a big business. Really, it is, because there's so many slogans that can be said and so many things. I was speaking once, and I said that would be great on a T-shirt. So just watch out for those slogans and brand them and make that's great. That's great. So again, now we know that we need funding to proceed forward. But let me ask you, Marquis, if young girls today, what is the age that they're expected to even put their name in the drawing for next year?
It is our young ladies. Can you hear? Our young ladies between 14 and 19 years
14,
old.
19. Okay.
So the pageant happens June 1st. So they need to be between those ages by June 1st.
By June 1st. Okay. Yes. Okay. And what's a contact for a parent that's tuning in and thinks their daughter would do well with, becoming maybe the next? Because we know it's 1 year. It goes really fast. It really does.
Yes, it really does.
So what's a contact that they can reach out for getting
if you
that?
go directly to our website, MissJuneteenthNevada.org, and you can click to contact us directly, or you can just sign up because the application is online there. The entire website is clickable, so it's very user-friendly, and you can learn all about our queen right now, Eddie Niel, and see the pictures of her work out in the community and some of the things that we're advocating for.
Wonderful. Exciting. I'm glad I had you all come on and to expose the community to what you need. Many hear the old saying, you have not because you ask not, right? And sometimes we just need a platform to ask for what we need. Now, make sure that you share this, your Facebook, your IGs. It's on YouTube, am I right, Miss Engineer? We got it on YouTube as well. So we want to make sure we share it so that you can have what you need. Deville Realty Group, my wife and I will be looking to connect with you all to do a sponsorship so that we can have our company involved as well. So kudos to you ladies for a tremendous job, and it's so needed to encourage our young girls. I have 2 young granddaughters. They're only 4 and 5, but it's exciting to know that Paul was able to interview a young lady that one day they can hold a title to, right? And I can say, I remember that year when Eddie Niel was there, and now she's a corporate owner of a corporation, right? Do you ever, Eddie, go out and do because you said you're a ballerina dancer. Where do you do those? My little girl was really good at that. She was but she grew up. So, but I'd love to take her to one of those events. She's a grown woman now, but we would have so much fun because she looked to get in her little tutu and do what she did. And so, when do you have those type of performances? When? How often?
Actually, I had one on Saturday at the Communities United event. I had a solo performance. Yeah. Actually, I just post all of my events that I have coming up on my Instagram. I guess that's the quickest way to get updated on what I have next. But I'm not signed with a company anymore or production company, so I kind of am all over the place. I kind of if someone asks me to come dance or model, I would just sporadic and go up and support.
So we want to see this. Give us your handle for your IG. What is that?
So it's officially.Eddie, spelled EDDYE.
Give it to me again.
Officially.
Okay.
Dot.
Right.
Eddie, spelled EDDYE.
YE.
Yeah.
Okay. Good deal. So we expect that. I'm going to give it to my daughter to go and look at it too. I have 4 girls, so I have 5 girls. And definitely, it's exciting. It's exciting. You're absolutely beautiful. So congratulations to you. We look forward to bringing it again. And remind us, this next event upcoming is, what's those dates going to be?
So the Nationals in Louisiana will be October 19th through the 21st.
Okay.
We also have our pageant next year for Juneteenth coming up, and we're looking at June 1st right here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Okay, so the national is what we're getting ready to. And so this could mean that you could become the national. Is that right? Okay. Yes. Okay, so we need Nevada to get behind you and make this happen for you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay, good stuff. We're going to do what we can to make this happen. Is there a certain budget that we're expected to meet to be able to bring this fruition? Is there a budget that has to be met?
Well, right now, with sponsorships going to national, that comes at about $1,000 to get Eddie there. We have already received some funds, but that would take us over the top. So we're at the end right now, but we truly do appreciate any and all contributions. And please do take out an ad for her, congratulating her on her feat of Nevada, and then championing her for the take of the national pageant as well. So you would then take your business logo, you get a half a page ad, and ads are running anywhere between $80 and $500. So that's a real wide, spread. Yeah. And we would appreciate that. And you can do that by going to officially.Eddie so that you can send her those contributions, or you can send them directly to juneteenthnevada.org.
Okay. We got it. And we're going to continue to share this segment that we have put together today. So make sure you guys post it, repost it, share it, reshare it, because somebody's at work right now and they're not able to hear it. But when they get home later, it'll pop up. So, again, thank you, ladies. I'm so excited to have met you on yesterday, officially met you. And we're going to do what we can to help. And we're going to call our friends.
Thank you.
Let's do this. And Eddie, you have all the fun in the world with this 1-year title, and go to the state national and bring that one home too, will you?
Yes, I will. I actually wanted to ask you a question.
Yes, sure.
I wanted to know, I'm interested in radio and broadcasting.
Okay.
And I'm trying to build my resume before I go off to Clark. I wanted to know if you're open to letting me shadow you for a day.
Sure. That would be great. We have to set a schedule.
Okay.
I'm gonna put you in contact with my wife. She knows my schedule very well, and she'll set it up. And absolutely, I do radio on several stations here in town. This is one of my longer shows on the Hot 702.5. I'm here 1 hour, 55 minutes, versus my other ones, I'm only 30 minutes. Okay, but sure, let's do that. I do a Sunday, but it's only 15 minutes. But I think this station here, will probably be the better one that you would enjoy. It's more time, and it's near Sahara, off Sahara in near Maryland Parkway. So you can come in studio, and we'll do it again. Let's raise some more money.
Yes. That would be fantastic. Yes.
Let's do it again, all right? So keep in touch. Get my direct sale. Contact me directly. It's on the link, 702-349-9999. 0162. So that's my direct number, 702-349-0162. Get with me directly. I'll have my wife set it up where we can, make sure that my schedule's available. I just found out I got 3 days right now with a bunch of stuff to do. So, but in the meantime, enjoy every moment of being Juneteenth, Nevada. Have fun, and we look forward to speaking to you. Thank you all for coming on my show today, okay?
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
You bet. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Well, Las Vegas, there you are. You heard it, Miss Juneteenth, Nevada 2023. And what an exciting opportunity to have done an interview with two fabulous ladies who are excited about what they're doing. That's very nice. And it's so inspiring to young ladies who are coming behind them. So I'm going to share it with my granddaughter so that they can, be excited about what's to come. And I'm sure there's probably something for the young girls. But listen, as many of you know, right now, there's a lot of families that are in trouble with their mortgage. And so I want to take this moment to talk to you for the next few moments about the opportunity of pre-foreclosure sale. I've been seeing a lot of foreclosure signs going up. Families are losing their homes and having to get out of the property, and they're getting out without any funding. Now, there's money and there's equity in many homes today. Many homes have equity today. And so, yes. All right. So, if you know someone that's in trouble with their mortgage, do me a favor, 702-349-0162. Let's take the opportunity to talk about, getting out with that equity in your home. I have a guest online that we want to speak with. How are we going to patch them through? Engineers handling that. But, yes, sure. Let's talk. I'm Greg Deville. How can I help you this afternoon? Miss D. Is it D? All right. Chime back in. We'll love to speak with you. So again, foreclosures, if you've gotten more than 3 months behind, you very well could be in trouble. The banks are starting to foreclose within 90 to 120 days. These properties are going on the market. I was recently at the auction blocks, and they have auctions every day. So, for an investor to buy your home and the next knock you get on the door, watch out. It is the new owner. So many of these homes are being sold at the auction block, and there's nothing you can do about it. People say, I want to get an attorney. Listen, the bottom line is, let's be realistic. If somebody owes you some money, they don't pay, you tend to take them to court, right? Well, when you signed a promissory note for buying a home, the note stated that if you got more than 90 days to 120 days, they could proceed with foreclosure filing. And if you've gotten behind, there's no need of trying to fight what you've gotten behind. At the end of the day, if you make the payments, you don't hear from the bank. But if you get behind, it's like a car. They will repossess the vehicle. So a property can very well be foreclosed on, but there's equity in a home in many cases that we can help save the equity. So if we need to help you save the equity, let's do that. Let's do that. I just recently helped a lady. She got a $140,000 check deposited in her account after we closed on the deal. What does that mean? That means she got her loan paid off. She paid off any liens on the property and still received a check for at least $140,000. Now, I'm not saying you can get $140,000, but I am saying there may be something in the pot that's there for you to receive. After the loan has been paid back, the realtor costs, the fees or the late fees, the attorney filings for filing that lien on the property. Because what happens is when you get more than 90 days, the file is then sent over to the foreclosure department, and there's a new filing fee that is associated. And many times that's upward between $3,000 to $5,000 for the attorney to review it and to sign his signature. So if you know that you've got that lien on the property, you've gotten that foreclosure notice, let's take the opportunity to do a pre-foreclosure sale. Again, 702-349-0162. Let's save that property, save that equity, and let's stay on top of what's ours. Don't be embarrassed because you've gotten behind. Many have gotten the forbearance. Many have gotten behind in their mortgage and have gotten the forbearance. And you know what? That's great news. That's wonderful. But to someone who cannot get the forbearance, to someone who's still in trouble and the forbearance is not working, don't wait on the bank to foreclose, because every day there's an auction down on Bonneville and 4th Street. There's an auction every morning at 9 a.m. Now, if you allow your house to go that far into default, it very well may sell at the auction. And guess what? When it sells at the auction, typically within 24 to 72 hours, that property has recorded in the name of the new owner. Most of the time, it's a cash investor who will take over that property. Now, the next knock on the door, I've been hearing knocks on the door. Now, some may send you a letter, but they want that property vacated. Now, you can try to stay and all of that. You'll get evicted. Now, because when you move out, you've got to rent anyway. So don't wait and get an eviction, because it's going to be that much harder. Now, at least, like with the client we recently helped, we were able to help her sell the home and help her get into a rental property. Now, for 1 year, you will have to rent. But because you got $100,000, $150,000, you could pay some bills off and get your credit score back to that 600 within 1 year. Now, in 1 year, guess what? The great news is you can buy again. Isn't that great? You can buy another home. Many of you are still on the same job. You just got in default with your mortgage. That's all. Don't be held captive to the fact that you're trying to save it, you're paying attorneys, because they will take your money. But they know the forms and the documentation in the original documents of purchasing of the home states if you're more than 120 days, 90 to 120, you're going to get a notice of default, eviction to sale. And if you're getting letters in the mail, don't call an attorney, call the realtor. Because we need to sell that home, save that equity, go rent a home for about a year, and guess what? We'll get you into another home. As long as you keep your score back to a 600, pay some things off with that lump sum of money. It's not a time to go get more stuff. Believe me, when you move out, you're going to realize how much stuff you really have. And you're going to be like, I don't really need nothing else. Listening to Greg Deville show will help educate you how to get back into home ownership again once you've experienced a pre-foreclosure sale. Once you've been on a notice of default, you've been warned. A notice of default is a warning that you can get foreclosed on. And so before that happens, you get ample warning. Warning comes before destruction. So if you take heed and listen to Greg Deville show, tell a friend, if it's not you, but you know someone that's in trouble. We love to help. That is my goal, my aim. That's my purpose in being on radio. It's to educate many of you. You don't have to live in the stress mode. The answer is right here. It's at 702-349-0162. That's the answer. Contact me directly. Now, I want to pause right here, and I want to jump over to another subject. Many of you that are living in a rental property. Now, I want you to understand, you're already paying a mortgage. You're doing it for someone else. So if I tell you I can sell you a home with no money down. My question is, would you buy it? If you're a veteran, you already know it's no money down. What are you waiting for? But if I could sell your home with no money down, would you buy it? Would you take the opportunity to at least look into it? I want to hear from you so that we can get the ball rolling. Watch this. And get you actively into your own home. And now, let's say, now, prime example. So yesterday, I had a buyer go by and look at a listing my wife has. So the buyer likes the property. The buyer made an offer, and today the offer got accepted. Guess what? We didn't even list the property yet. We sold a home before we could put it on the market because there's willing and able sellers and willing and able buyers. We could make a marriage in this situation. The advantage to this house is the seller, we sold them the home about 4 years ago. They heard me on radio, and I've been on radio, this is my 8th year on radio. They heard me on the radio talking about get a property, it's not going to be your dream home. build the equity that's in that home, guess what? They're taking about $120,000 and putting it from the equity in the home, and guess what? Putting it on the next house. Now, how were they able in 4 years to save $120,000+? They didn't save it. It was in the equity of the house from paying the mortgage. So that's what's happening when you pay the mortgage or pay the rent to the landlord. You're giving him that equity. And so guess what he does? He cashes out sometimes by selling, or he does a refinance by a HELOC, home equity line of credit. And then he takes that 80, 100,000 and he goes and buy another house, and he gets that thing that's on the counter at the bank. You say, what's on the counter at the bank in a bowl? You're at the counter. I want you to picture this. You're at the counter. You signed the check and you gave it to the teller to either cash it or deposit, whichever one you're doing. But there's a bowl sitting there with some items in the bowl. Most of the time, they're suckers. They're suckers in that bowl. And so when you're paying the landlords and you're making your deposit to pay the rent, you're that thing in the bowl. Especially after learning better, you're being the sucker for the landlord. You're paying his mortgage so that he can reap the benefits. So I'm telling you, I'm going to give you the money down to get into the house. You've just got to have the FICO score to meet the requirement. 620, 640 or better. Those are the numbers I need you to have. And we can show you, if you're not there, we have creditors who can help you get there to prepare oneself for what's next. What's next in your life? Do you plan to continue to live in an apartment with the balcony being your patio or your backyard? It's a balcony? No, I want to see you get a home. This home we just sold in one day, literally, it was supposed to go live today. We signed the contract this morning. In one day, we sold this house. But the seller we sold the house to 4 years ago has enough equity in it and said, Mr. Deville, we want to do what you said. We want to take this equity and go get the bigger home. My husband wants a swimming pool, and I want a 2-story, and I want a loft, because they work from home. So guess what? Now that they've built the equity, they're getting what they want. But they understood they needed to get a home right then. In 4 years ago, it's not going to be their dream home. But now they have 120,000+. Guess what? Where we are now? Now with that kind of leverage, you can go get what you want. You're putting 120,000 down. Now you have leverage. Now you can pick and choose, have a little more power of choice. Versus once you get approved, you just got to find a home to make it work. 4 or 5 years. What does that mean? 4 Christmas trees, 4 Thanksgiving dinners. Say, okay, this is my last Thanksgiving dinner in this house. We calling Deville back. We're about to get us a bigger house with more yard space. Because granted, what you buy right now, the home you purchase now, may not be big. It may only be what, 1,600 square feet. The average home price right now is about $460. And at $460, at the interest rates they are right now, and I hear somebody complaining, well, the interest rates are high. But let me say this, so is rent. An average 2-bedroom apartment is $1,800 in a decent area. That's somewhat decent. That's on the other side of Decatur. Some of these new apartments that are going up, even in North Las Vegas. 2-bedroom, 3 bedrooms, $1,900. That's a mortgage payment. A little bit under. But all you're doing is you're paying into you're vesting into someone's equity. So let me put you as in the driver's seat, so that now, guess what you're doing is you're taking the opportunity to have the equity like my client today. Now, my buyers are my buyers, and the seller is my wife's sellers. Although we sold them the home 4 years ago at Deville. But guess what? They took me upon what I've been educating so many of you about, is getting equity, build up the equity. Don't imagine the first house to be a dream home. Heck, where you live right now, you just making do. You probably don't like what you live. In fact, where you're living right now, I can almost assure you it is not your first choice of rentals that you look for. It was the only one that would accept you to get a rental. But now you can start working on your credit, Get where you need to be. You want to find out how bad your credit is? Contact me. 702-349-0162. I want to hear from you because I've been doing this so long, and there's many of you who've been hearing me for so long, and you have not pushed the button. But I'm gonna dare you to start getting, because now if I've been on radio going this November, praise God, will be 8 years, and you've been hearing me for 4. Now the home that I just sold today, they've been in there 4 years. They got over $120,000 in equity. Had you called me 4 years ago, you very well could have $120,000 to work with. So since you missed that, you missed the interest rates were at 2.25, 1.7. You missed all of that. You missed all of that because you didn't want to deal with your credit. You didn't want to deal with. You got comfortable with where you are, but now the landlord's selling the house, and now you're panicking because your credit score is not where. Let's start dealing with the elephant in the room. Let's start dealing with our credit. Let's get a copy of our credit report. Let's contact the debtors. Now, some of it you can dispute. Some of it you'll have to pay back. I mean, you owe me. I want you to pay me back. Don't be trying to bankrupt on me, right? I'm going to need my change, right? And so do you. When you loan people money, you expect it back. But sometimes I see people, they just take it so lightly, spending money, and you owe me. Don't you get mad when you see somebody spend money and they owe you? They out having a good time. You like, wait a minute. You had to have used some of the money you owe me to do what you're doing. So can a brother get his change? But now you mad at the landlord because he about to evict you because you decided to go do something and use the rent money. Or you losing your house because there you go. So don't go hire an attorney because your mortgage is in foreclosure. It's your fault. Ooh, you mad at Deville now. You mad at me now. Real talk. You agreed to make the payments for 30 years, and now you've reneged on the agreement, and now the bank's saying, we're going to take the house whether you like it or not. So either sell it, get what you can, because we're going to get what we got coming. So if you owe $300,000 and the house worth $450, there's $150,000 on the table. Now, are you going to get that $150, or are you going to let the bank take the house and the $150? Now, I heard they're supposed to send you that money back. But after they get all those junk fees, you might get $60,000. Right? Because remember, at the auction, they're going to get the highest bidder. The highest bidder might just, if you owe $3, highest bidder might just be $320. Long as the bank gets their part, that's their concern. But it's really worth $420 that the highest bidder made, because cash buyers are always looking for a deal. Nobody's going to give $420 at an auction because they're buying it for an investment. So maybe they'll get it at $320. They only owe $300. The bidding's going to start wherever you owe. That's called the start bid. So if it's $271,950, bids start $271,950. Can I get it once, twice? I got $300. $300. Can I get it $325? That's how the bids go. Go down to the auction. It's every day. Your house can be on the auction. Every day there's auctions out there. Right there on Bonneville and 4th Street. Nevada Legal News. Look them up. You can be a spectator, and you can watch your home get bidded on, and your equity down the drain. But if you call Deville, Deville's going to help you save it. The lady just got $140 just 3 weeks ago. We helped her find a rental. Now, I don't like doing rentals. I really don't. It's, most of the time they won't. I looked up one rental. They want a 650 FICO score for the client to approve on a rental. I can get you a house with a 620. The man said, I want a tenant with a 650. I'm like, if I give you a tenant with a 650, I'd be a fool to do that. Because I can give him money down with a 620. So if that's you out there, now let me do away with this myth of people saying, well, I don't want to own a home because I don't want to be responsible. Listen, there's a thing called a home warranty. The landlord, when you have a problem on your rental and you call the property management or the landlord, guess who they're calling? The home warranty. They're giving the address. the home warranty is good for 1 year. Whatever the problem is, the home warranty addresses and repairs the problem. So you giving all this credit to your landlord when all he did was put a home warranty on the house. Well, I don't want to be responsible. You still make a phone call when you have a problem on that rental. Who are you calling? The property management or the landlord. So now that you're an owner, because you got to do away with that. Because, again, it's crazy to think you would rather this lady and her husband in the last 4 years have gotten over $120,000 worth of equity in their home. You mean to tell me you're okay with putting $120,000 in someone else's pocket? Are you telling me that today? Are you kidding me? Then I need you to call me and say, Deville, I got a rental for you. I'm going to go buy another house so I can put you in it to pay it off for me so I can get in 4 years $120,000 plus. Because that's what's happening. And so I'm glad it happened today. We sold it 4 years later. They're getting over $120,000. Now, they don't need the money. They're going to put the whole $120,000 on the next house. But guess what? Tomorrow, well, Saturday, they're going home shopping. We got it in escrow now. Guess what? They got $120,000. They're getting ready to go pick a house, put the whole $120,000 on it. Bam. Now, what lender do you think is not going to take a loan and you putting over $120,000? You can go get a $600,000 house. You put $120,000, you only financing minus $600,000, minus $120,000, right? $480,000. So now your loan is at $480,000, but your house value is at $600,000. But that's the power that you have. That's the negotiating power that you receive when you have property, when you have real estate. Now, those of you who own a home and you want to get out of a two-story or a single-story, or, you want something that's, let's say I met a gentleman the other day, they're empty nesters. He said, man, I really don't need all this property and all this yard I got to cut. I said, well, let's sell it and take the equity and let's go get you something smaller. He said, I'd never thought about that. I'm like, that's why the Greg Deville Show exists. To make you think of what you didn't think about, but I'm here thinking for you. Whether buying, selling, or investing, Deville Realty Group can help. So again, 702-349-0162, Greg Deville, Deville Realty Group, the largest black-owned real estate firm in the state of Nevada. We love it, and we're excited about that. We've worked very diligent to get where we are, and we need your support to stay where we are. So I would ask, and let me appreciate the many of you that give referrals, tell your friends about Deville. Thank you, ma'am, sir, Mrs. Listen, y'all been a blessing to us. Y'all really have. We have had a wonderful ride. It has been great. But our job is not done. So we solicit your continued support in sharing the good news with your family and friends. Now, I understand that every family has a realtor. I get that. I understand that. I'm not naive to think you don't know a realtor. But they don't know what we know as brokers of the company. And so I know realtors, and they learn from me. They listen to my show to learn information. But you know what? I'm not threatened by that, because guess what? There's enough for everybody. It really is. There's enough. Listen, 2 million people. I no way what my wife and my team with 3 locations in Deville Realty could handle 2 million people. We're not even thinking to do that. We have plenty. But listen, there's enough for everybody. So I know realtors who don't know certain things, and they call me and ask questions. Now, some I may give and some I may not, right? Because, again, sometimes, people want to use you for information. They're here to help you, and I get that. I just look like this, right? I'm smarter than I look. But, again, end of the day, my engineer told me I got to get out of the chair and go where you going. Just get, yeah. So this is what we're going to do. I want to hear from you. If your credit is the issue, contact my team. We're going to help get your credit where it needs to be. You've got to put in the work to get the equity into your home. Now, once you get the home, here's what I want to do. I want to sell you some solar, because right now your energy bill, watch when you get this month's bill. You're going to be hot as fish grease at a Baptist church cookout. I'm talking, you're going to be hot, because this electric bill has been astronomically over the top. Oh, my God, it's been awful. I got solar. So I'm only telling what I've been hearing about, because I haven't had that problem. We put solar in our home back in January, and we soaring like an eagle right now. We just soaring because we got solar. We're using the energy sun, man. We're not this Nevada power stuff, bro. Yeah, man, I'm glad to be done with it. So if you want to be done with it, I offer Deville Solar Marketing to you. Contact me. I need you to text the word solar to 349-0162. Text the word solar to 349-0162. I'm going to send you a link. Do the application. See if you qualify. You will need at least a 620, 650 FICO score, somewhere around there. But just see if you qualify. There's no upfront cost. You get a tax incentive up to $15,000. It increases the value of your home. Listen, no prepayment penalty. You could use the tax credit towards the panels. But listen, there's no upfront cost. Did I say that? Did I say that already? Let me say it again. No upfront cost for solar. 702-349-0162. Greg Deville, Deville Marketing, Deville Solar Marketing, Deville Realty Group. So look, I'm out of here. It's going to be a fun, great weekend. The weather's bad today. It's ugly today, but tomorrow's going to be great. We expect to be in the 90s for the next 5 days. We're going to have a lot of fun. Go out on the lake and have fun. Do what you do, have fun, enjoy yourself. Listen, I want to hear from you. Get your credit right. If you're in foreclosure, let me save you that equity for you, okay? Pre-foreclosure sale, or if you need to get into solar, text the word solar, 702-349-0162. Greg Deville, Deville Realty Group. Talk to you next time. And until then, may God's best be yours.
Jones, hey. Greg Deville was at it, man. Hey. If you want the real, holla at Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making